shit. This video is gonna get so demonetized.
A few months ago, I posted about sex scene discourse, and one of my British followers commented, okay, but how often do you see people use the loo in movies?
You ever notice that in stories, nobody ever seems to go to the bathroom?
What about never having to go to the bathroom?
And if there's anything that motivates Americans, it's spite and committing to a bit. So I started keeping track of every movie where a character uses a toilet.
I have to go to the bathroom.
If I'm gonna see a man about a wallaby.
I'm gonna go pee due to boredom. I have to pee.
I'm late.
When you gotta go, you gotta go.
Got lots of drink, a lot of water.
Gotta go.
Your Honor, would the court be willing to grant me a short bathroom break?
Let's go take a shit.
Did have shade?
Well, thank God we got on this bus. I really had to poop.
Where's there a bathroom on this bus?
I didn't say there was a bathroom. I just said I had to poop.
Oh my God, this is gross, even for a bus!
Well,
That's a cute little dance you got. It almost looks like you got a... Oh.
Couldn't have peed before you went under, sorry.
I gotta pee on her. I gotta pee. Pee time.
I need to go to the bathroom!
And I realized movies tell us a shocking amount about how we feel about bathrooms, whether it's a private bathroom or transgressing the privacy of a bathroom or setting a scene in a public restroom.
Oh, Lord.
So, why do filmmakers include bathrooms? Think about it, it's really hard to film in a bathroom. I mean, you can hear how echoey this bathroom is. The space is cramped and unsanitary, and it's hard to fit a camera at all, much less a whole crew. I mean, look at how cramped and weird this setup is in my bathroom. I need the tripod angled at a weird angle just so that you can see that I am sitting on the toilet at all. I need two lights in these really weird spots, because if I turn on the light, the fan turns on with the light, and it's also an overhead light, so it creates these weird shadows on my face, and I have to be all hunched over and cramped just so that I can fit on the screen with the back of the toilet. Imagine trying to fit a whole film crew in here. Maybe that's why movies never showed toilet flushing until 1960s Psycho, when a character needs to get rid of evidence in a less than wholesome way. But it's absolutely worth it. Take a look at Saw 1. They planned for this to be set in an elevator, but due to budget constraints, they went for a bathroom instead. I was considering skipping this movie because they never show anyone pooping or peeing, but the setting of the bathroom still improves the film so much because it's forcing the main characters into a literal shithole for the duration of their torture. It's turning a safe space into a threat. Some movies show characters using the bathroom just to get us comfortable with them when they are most alone and they are most comfortable with themselves. But we'll get more into public restrooms in a bit. The point is, these are people at their most alone who are doing the things they would never do around other people. But what happens when movies use that privacy a bit differently? Most of the substance takes place in a bathroom. The movie is about doing gross medical stuff to yourself to keep yourself beautiful, and she hides all the grossness in the bathroom so that she can stay beautiful in the outside world. She even builds a new room inside the bathroom, one that's even more private and even more alone, to hide her deepest, darkest secret, just in case somebody else uses her bathroom. In Paddington 1 and The Pink Panther, our protagonists use the bathroom, but they make an absolute mess that forces everyone else to notice.
Oh no.
To knock, to ask,
What is going on in there?
Are you alright in there?
but they would rather let disaster strike than invade their privacy. And the privacy of the bathroom is violated most in Game of Thrones, when Tywin Lannister thought he was alone in a private bathroom, but Tyrion forces his way in to kill him. And this violation of privacy goes in the opposite direction with movies like Jurassic Park and Despicable Me,
I sit on the toilet.
where the entire joke is that the privacy of the bathroom has been brought into the public. It's why this see-through bathroom is so uncomfortable. And that brings us to public restrooms, where you feel almost alone, but you really aren't alone.
When you're at your most vulnerable, somehow they could just smell it.
Can't a guy take a dubber in peace?
This is why guys feel weird about using a urinal next to somebody else. Public restrooms are supposed to feel like a solitary experience. This is why Gary King felt safe enough to say stupid shit and do stupid shit in The World's End. And it's why he doesn't feel safe to call his friends into it. He has to wait for his friends to come into the fight to join him. It's why the target from Mission Impossible Fallout could let his guard down long enough to get jumped. And it's also why the guy from The Man from U.N.C.L.E. could let his guard down long enough to get jumped and then recruited. Wow, lots of fight scenes in public bathrooms.
Every time you poop, it's an event.
There's this interstitial feeling in public bathrooms, crossing the boundary between private and public. You can be in public and feel completely private, or you can be in private and feel completely public. It's why the scene from White Chicks feels so transgressive, because they want to pretend this is a private place where the walls of the stalls set Tiffany in a whole different world. Nothing Tiffany can do can affect them, and vice versa. And just for a moment, they cannot avoid the harsh truth. They do have to share this public space. And in Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle, Harold and Kumar have an expectation that this will be a private place, and Clarissa and Chrissy expect this to be a public place where people can interact with other people.
Do you want to play battleships? Oh my gosh! We haven't played that since back at camp.
And I can't talk about public bathrooms in movies without talking about Train Spotting. Yeah, that's disgusting. But it's not just disgusting because of the physical filth, it's disgusting because we want to feel safe in public restrooms. We want them to feel clean and sanitary, like we can let our guard down for just a few moments. We want to pretend the public has become private, even though we know it isn't. Unfortunately, this is where I have to get into transphobic bathroom discourse. Movies have always been political, and after talking for a few minutes about how we want to feel safe and alone in public bathrooms, I do not want to give anyone the impression that a trans person would attack you in a public bathroom, or that anyone would pretend to be trans to attack you in a public bathroom. I am a trans person. I have trans friends. I can assure you, no trans person wants to attack anyone in a public bathroom. We're not monsters. We just want to live in peace. And no man would need to go to the effort of disguising himself as a woman just to attack someone in a public restroom, because men already attack women in public restrooms without disguising themselves. They shouldn't be doing that. Period. Art helps us understand ourselves, and the world, and each other. And movies help us understand what we expect from bathrooms by showing bathrooms as the most private place we can be, showing that privacy get twisted, and showing the liminal space between private and public in public bathrooms.
Just a minute! Follow me on YouTube, Blue Sky, and Red Note at Movies and Heists for more movie love. Special thanks to these patrons for helping to fund my movie.